As you can see, your boy is starting to lean out. And it's all because I stuck with the process. I mean, think about how many people said that they were going to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds at the beginning of this year, only to be in the same place that they were, if not worse. And a lot of times people think that success is a straight line from A to Z. But really, success is all over the place. It's a lot of ups, it's a lot of downs. But one of the key things is you have to stick to the process. Whatever system you have in place, you have to stick with it because you're not going to see progress. You're going to be hitting the gym. You're going to be hitting your meals. You're going to be getting your steps in. And you're going to be like, wow, is this really working? And that's what it looks like. But it's a lot of work, work, work. I don't see anything. And you keep putting in the work, work, work. I still don't see anything. Okay, work, work, work. You see a little bit of progress, then work, 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 then boom, all at once, out of nowhere. And that's what it seems. That's what overnight success appears to be. But it's all because you put in the little habits. You put in the little days that seem little. But what they did was they compound on top of another. So you may be thinking to yourself, I don't have the time to get in shape. But really, think about it. The time is going to pass anyway. And you're going to put that time in regardless if you have the time to get in shape or not. Because if you don't prioritize your health now, if you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, you're going to prioritize your sickness later on in life. So you have to ask yourself, when do I want to prioritize myself? You have to prioritize yourself. Even if you think you don't have the time, you really do have the time. It doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't take a lot. 30 minutes of strength training, 30 minutes of getting your steps in. And as you look at those who are in the shape and they're in the gym is such a small component of being in shape. And I'm a living testament of this. I was one who, after I got married, I definitely put on some weight. I definitely filled out in my face. I got up to 225, even a little under 230. But during that time, I always hit the gym. But the gym is just one piece of the puzzle of your health. So what I was not doing outside of the gym was prioritizing my nutrition. I would eat probably about 40 to 50% clean. And I'm not one who like to restrict themselves. I still like to enjoy my sweets. Ask anybody that really knows me. I love sweets. So what I did, instead of eating 50% clean, I just bumped it up to about 80% clean. And I really started to see some progress in my physique. So although I was hitting the gym, after I got married, I still put on the weight. It was everything. The gym is such a small piece of our day. Even if you spend 3 hours in the gym, what really matters is what are you doing the other 21 hours outside of the gym? See, 21 hours is going to trump 3 every single time. So our nutrition is so important. So now you see I'm starting to lean out for sure. And that's all because not because I'm hitting the gym more. It's because I'm focusing on my nutrition. And our food, you have to look at your food as fuel. Because essentially that's what it is. When we think about what's in our food, it's calories. What's a calorie? A calorie is energy. And the kind of quality of energy and calories that we consume dictates how we're going to put out our energy for the day. So if you're eating processed foods, right, and you're saying, I can lose weight just eating whatever I want, law of thermodynamics, yes, that's true. But then again, what kind of quality of calories are you putting out? You see, it really matters. So if you can just dial in your nutrition, stop having ultra processed foods. You know, here I see muscles fatigued a little bit. And that's a beautiful part about, this channel. I want to show you not all the glory, but a lot of people on social media show you their success, their highlights. And the goal of this is to show you that, hey, it's a process. So if you can master your nutrition, I think that's one of the most powerful disciplines that a man can do. Because so many people have lack of self-control of what they put in their mouth, what they consume. But if you can master that, I believe that opens up the way to master other things in life. Working out, getting in shape is such you can even say spiritual process. It's not physical as much as we think it is. Oh, let me lift this weight. And think of anyone who gets in shape already has the belief that they can get in shape. So where you're currently at right now is because of your current belief system. It's because you didn't prioritize the beliefs that, hey, I can get in shape. But soon as you get in shape, that belief happens way before the person physique manifests itself physically. It all starts with their identity. And if this doesn't go over your head, if you can really grasp the fact that your beliefs shapes your habits, and your habits shape your actions, and your actions shapes what you do on a daily basis, and then that compounds over time, and that's where we're currently at. If you can dial in your beliefs, meaning what would the person that I desire to be, whatever that looks like, what does he look like? What body fat percentage does he have? What is he doing right now? What kind of food is he eating? How does he walk around? Once you channel those beliefs, everything else starts to change. Everything starts to change. You may not see it outwardly, physically today, but guess what? Reality is going to catch up if you stick with those beliefs, will shape your habits, and that's going to shape your actions. And over time, you're going to look in the mirror, you're going to say, oh man, I see some new veins in my arms. Or, oh wait, I'm starting to see my muscles starting to separate. And that's because you have a belief that you can get in shape. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. I don't know who said that quote, but it's such a powerful quote. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you are right. So how much longer are you going to wait? It's already spring, and then it's going to be summer. And then before you know it, it's going to be another year of saying, oh man, this is going to be the year that I'm going to get in shape. Like, we have to take action now, especially again, if you're in your 30s and in your 40s. We're not getting younger. As the women say, we're not no spring chicken. But for the men, we're not no young pup anymore. We're getting older. So as we get older, we have to prioritize our health. Are you getting your blood work checked? Right? Are you making sure that you have muscle on your frame? Because muscle have been connected with longevity. And as men, we lose a small amount of muscle each year. So you don't want to let this year go by. The good news is, if you start now, you could change exactly how you look. But you got to start now. And a reason why a lot of people fail is because they are so overwhelmed about starting. They think they have to tackle everything at once. But anything in life, when you were a young kid, when you started a new job, you didn't become a professional like that. It happened in increments. It happened in steps. So what I want you to do today, just change one thing. Whether that one thing is taking away that diet soda, having it every other day, or maybe the one thing is, I'm gonna go for a 30-minute walk only 3 times this week. Just focus on that. Once you build that habit for a week or two, then implement or add another habit. You say, you know what? I'm walking 3 times a week for 30 minutes a day. Now I'm only going to work out 2 times a day at home or at the gym. Or not 2 times a day, but 2 times a week rather. Do that for another week or two. And then these habits are going to start to compound on top of one another. So if you start now, you will be way ahead. Let's get it. We're running out of time.